Greg, how are you today?
Good, I'm doing well.
Great. So, 2014 Major League Lacrosse season quickly approaching. I know there's still a lot of moves to be made, but what do you think of the team so far?
I think we look awesome. We have a lot of great pieces to the puzzle, and the locker room is going to be a really good situation this year. We got a lot of good pieces as far as leadership in different areas, and I think we just solved our defensive issues with 2 studs, so I'm pumped about that.
Now talk about, because you've been through that process, going through the Major League Lacrosse system for the first time, the adjustments that first-year player has to make.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, especially for these guys, knowing that they're already selected. I do think, however, being selected now, they can just go out and do their thing. They know they're on a team already. So I think for them, it'll be a little bit different situation as opposed to a senior who's it's a little nerve-wracking. You're trying to prove yourself still. But when they come in the first couple of days, your job as a veteran is to make them feel welcome. Let them know that even though it's a new team, they're not technically starting over again. Just let them know, look, you're here for a reason. We trust in you already. Just, fall into the system.
Now, if you were to give them any pieces of advice to be successful at the Major League Lacrosse level, what would that piece of advice be?
Listen to the veterans. And not like, you're just a rookie thing, but listen to the veterans because we have been through this. And it's not just the games that are different, way different. It's the way you handle yourself, the way you have to train in the off-season by yourself. It feels a little lonely at times because you're not having your hand held anymore. There's no one to wake you up in the morning and tell you where to go, so it's a little different.
People don't seem to realize everything that you go through to be prepared for a game. There's a lot of strength training, there's a lot of practices and stuff like that. Talk about the process being a player to get ready for the games.
This league is totally self-maintenance, so you have to really want to be there. You have to really want to get better. I think the guys who have issues are the ones who come out and feel like they can just maintain or give themselves a little self-maintenance. If you're not trying to get better, then you're just going to get worse, and it's going to be a lot harder.
Now talk about yourself personally. I know you had a monster 2013 season. I believe you had a tryout with the U.S. team, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about how you could evolve your game in 2014, because I know you're always looking to evolve, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What's funny is I believe that the best face-off guys, especially in this league, the ones who last the longest, because it's a very short shelf life. It's hard to last in this league as a face-off guy. I think the guys who last the longest are the ones who are able to adapt. And I've been able to adapt my game year by year, depending on who I face off against. And, I'm always watching film on guys. I'm always trying to tweak things. I think doing these FaceOff Academies on a weekly basis, I actually, by coaching it, I feel like it's keeping the stick in my hands, and it's actually going to have me be a little bit less rusty going into training camp.
I know, I think you didn't get the invite to the U.S. team, right? But do you think that experience will help you into the 2014 season?
Yeah, I've been training with the U.S. team, and, whether I'm selected on the 23-man roster or not, because we'll find that out the first weekend of February. So whether I'm on the team or not doesn't matter. It's been an amazing experience. You have the best players in the world, and none of us envy the coaches that have to make that selection, but it's a win-win for anybody who gets picked. So it's going to be a good situation.
Thank you for correcting me on that, because I wasn't sure how that process was going. So.
Yeah, we got one more game, inter-squad scrimmage at the end of January, and then they're picking the team.
You talked about your clinics earlier. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Sure, yeah. We started the FaceOff Academy last year, and it's been a huge hit. We travel all over the country. We do youth clinics, and we do high school combines. And after the end of this summer, we go together and we go to New York, and we have a invite competition, basically a tournament and a big-time combine training, and we hire college coaches to be on staff. The overwhelmingly positive response has been fantastic. So this season, we're putting together our training, and we're already booked every week until the season starts.
What inspired you to start the camps and the clinics to begin with?
Great question. We started these camps and clinics, Jerry, Chris, and I, because we have seen that there's a lot of face-off instruction. But the problem is that a lot of it is wrong, a lot of it's out of date, and also there's a ton of it that's just not moral. A lot of kids learning to cheat at a young age that we want to get rid of it. We want to clean the position up, and we want to help usher in kind of a new generation of face-off athlete. These kids are getting more athletic, and we want to help them get to the next level.
And lastly, just a message for the fans at home about the upcoming 2014 Blizzard season.
The new season's going to be awesome. You're going to have athletes that are all on the same page. You're going to have a team that's ready to go, and you're going to have a more restructured offense and defense working together. I think the new guys that we brought in are going to buy in very quickly. We're going to be playing together for a pretty decent amount of time. There's less guys playing indoor this year, so the cohesiveness and the chemistry is going to be there from day one, and that's what I'm really excited about. I think this season is going to be very, very exciting for the New York Lizards.
Thank you very much.